back on the Cape. This is a momentous, important trip that we're doing right now. I'm going to be loading the boat. I've got 1,000 finish-up details to do before we launch on September 21st. I've already contacted Marlene. She's one of the previous owners, and she will be coming. I'm going to be talking to Ryan today. He's the guy who was the sailing instructor that Marlene bought the boat from, and hopefully he'll be coming to the launch as well. So the timing has changed. They've changed it from 6 o'clock pickup, 7 o'clock launch to about 8. Well, no, it's definite about 8 o'clock pickup because of this time of the year it's still dark at 6. So they're going to pick up at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Have me in down at Prince Cove at about 8:30, something like that. So anyway, that's what's going on. In the meantime, I've got my spreader boots, and I'm going to go do that right now. I got rain coming in this morning, so I'm going to try to be waltzing around this and getting stuff done in between the raindrops. So, all right, let's get to work. These old spreader boots were rotted all to pieces. My knife cut through these like butter. I mean, it was just really rotted. Anyway, and they're just raunchy looking. They need to come off, so let's go get the new ones on. Get the boots all off, and I've cleaned everything up. It looks like these are stainless steel cotter pins. That's good. I'm glad they got stainless on there. In the meantime, they did a little bit of seizing wire on this one. I don't know why. It travels freely, so that's all I care about. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the new boots on, and I'm going to have to go pick up some rigging tape a little bit later up at West Marine. I still haven't gotten hold of that stuff. Been trying to figure out where I was going to order it from, but it looks like they have some in stock up there. So let's get these boots on. Boots are on. These are my brand new spreader boots, the correct size and everything, and I could not get actual rigging tape, but what this stuff is chafing tape, which is actually even easier to use because it's actually like a cloth type of a tape. It's marine use, so it should stand up pretty well. But anyway, it's easy to rip so that you can get the size that you want to be going around, around the shroud collar and around the actual spreader collar. Anyway, all done, and yeah, came out great. It's been raining all morning, and even now it's continuing to sprinkle a bit, but the rain has finally moved out, so let's get to work on the boat. I mean, it's just a pain in the neck. Half my day is shot on the first day here, so time to get everything started here that we're planning to do. Alright guys, well here's where we're at. I just cleaned the cockpit, which is one of the things on my list. And now what I'm doing is I'm getting this mattress right out of here, this cushion for the starboard quarter berth. And so that I can get at this, because this was full of all this stuff. This is all construction stuff for the winter time. See if I can get that focus. Stuff for the winter time, an electric cord. Here's my heater, which is coming out of here. None of which am I going to be using in the near future. So all this stuff is coming out of here so that I have plenty of room to stash all my eating supplies, etc., etc., etc. I've already begun this a while ago with putting my cooking utensils up underneath the up in the V berth underneath that port locker right there where that pillow is. So anyway, but that's what we're doing for now. Just taking all this stuff out, cleaning these lockers out completely, and then we're going to start stashing all the stuff that goes in here for this particular time slot. This is just one of the many, many, many things that is new in What's New Corner, and I'm not going to do them all at once because it's going to get too crazy. So anyway, this is a nice little lamp I bought by Ozark Trail, or yeah, Ozark Mountain Trail, something like that. It's a good old Walmart brand, made in China. But these are nice little lamps. I've got another one that we keep at the house, but I wanted one for the boat. So anyway, I'm going to clean this up. This is a mess. It's basically been covered by this lovely wood. I think this is not, what was it? That's teak. This was teak until I stained it and urethaned it. And anyway, I'm gonna clean all this up, and I've got a brand new little plug for that right there. And that way, and it didn't have a plug before this. That way we can go ahead and use this sink for washing dishes and so on and so forth. Which, here's another little thing I just got. My own little version of Dawn, little bitty one for the boat. So I'll just kind of keep introducing them as we go along. Time to clean this sink. Well, good evening, guys. Still not used to this little light that I bought. I kind of like it. Lights everything up real well. But that, by the way, that's not the intensity. Let me show you the intense. How am I going to do this without getting my fingers in the way? Okay, let me show you how intense this thing can get. Okay, that's getting crazy. Okay, enough of that. Back to the other one. Okay, so here's what has been accomplished for the day. I've been so stinking busy. I haven't done a lot of filming. We're basically just got a list of all these things that I want to get done on this trip, because the next time I'm down here, we launch. And that's why so much of this has had to get done today, and I haven't even bothered filming some of it. And so let me just kind of, where did I just put my glasses here? Let me, got my my list on my other cell phone here. All right. So, I already cleaned the cockpit, waxed about a quarter of the hull. I got the rest of it to go, which is not a problem. I can get that done easily tomorrow. Load and secure the boat. I've already got a good start on it. I've got all the food provisions already stored in my port locker over here. Cock the chain plate. That I want to do tomorrow. I've always had a question. You know, I don't seem to find any leaking around the chain plate up front, but I still want to do it. It looks kind of iffy, and I want to make sure that is cocked well, so that we don't get any leaking, especially out on the water, going through some waves that going out to the vineyard and so forth. I want to make sure that that's cocked. I got the boom out today, completely cleaned it. It was grungy. It had been stored down in my parents' basement for the last 3.5 years, and just dirty. And I think it was dirty from being in the marina, actually, before I ever got the boat. So anyway, that all got clean. I got some questions for Ryan about the gooseneck and the setup on the mast. I'm hoping he wants me to get back in touch with him in the morning. He was not able to get by today. So if Ryan gets by here tomorrow, we're good to go, and get some of that information. Make sure that the mast is set up right for this, for being out there. Main sheet. I got to get out the main sheet tomorrow. It's all done. I completely refurbished all of that. Oh, good grief, 2 years ago. Got to get that out of the basement. That's where it's stored, and also what do we see? Oh, also the fenders. I think I'm going to try to get those all jammed back into the lazarette back here. And that's about it for now. All I can say is a lot of work has gotten done today, but like I said, I've not done a whole lot of videotaping just because I just keep moving. And I'll try to show you some of the wrap-up on all this later, but tomorrow, when I get the cabin, start to get it organized and back in shape, that I think I'll show you, because that's part of what I call getting the boat loaded and organized. And I've already got a good start on it. I'll show you what I've already got done, and then we'll show you where we're headed with it. So, but all that's for another day. And in the meantime, guys, it's getting exciting. My brother and I are already talking about the trip out to Martha's Vineyard. I don't think we're going to do Menemsha. I think we're going to just do Vineyard Haven and Oak Bluffs. I've already looked into it, what the moorings are going to cost. We're good to go on all that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be go in Monday, get the mast up Monday. Monday and Tuesday, I'm on the mooring down at Cotuit. On Wednesday, we boot out to Martha's Vineyard for a couple of nights, and we're back by the weekend. We want to be back in here by Friday, because my daughter and her husband are coming down. And my daughter, when she was a little girl, loved to sail with me in Clarissa. And I'll tell you, that sweet little girl, I would be getting the boat hitched up to its mooring, and by the time I got back in the cockpit, she already had the main sheet already done into a perfect spiral. Love that girl. She loved to sail with me, and I'm chomping at the bit. I hope that she can get down here with her husband. He's not into the sailing, but she is, and I'm looking forward to Amelia being able to get out on the water with me, with Clarissa, yeah, with little girl. And all right, guys, that's it for tonight. Talk. God bless. Have a good night, and we'll catch you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Okay, so no trip would be complete without an early morning trip to Home Depot. And so this morning I brought a sink stopper that I had bought in Vermont, actually bought in Lebanon, New Hampshire, at Home Depot. Brought it down here to this Home Depot and said, can I trade this in? I got this stopper for my sink back on the boat, and I thought, well, it's a boat. It's going to be a very small drain. No. So anyway, make a long story short, I brought my very small stopper that fit all the way down into the drain if I, let it, and brought it back here. And these girls were just awesome. They said, anyway, they were just very gracious. Traded it out with no problem, and now I got a much larger, where's my other one? Yeah. Okay. A much larger stopper. And I hope this is right. I measured that drain yesterday, but nothing seemed to make sense when nothing seemed to make sense when I got there. This is the only one that looked like it was probably going to fit. So let's get back to the boat, and we'll get this done. And once we get this done, let's go get some breakfast. Well, good morning, guys. Good grief. You can see what a wreck this place is. That's because we're undergoing a major transformation from work zone to sail zone. And everything is out of place. By the end of the day, it will be in place. So, okay, let's get to work. I'm going to test out this little sink here. Got work to do, and I'll get you tuned back in just a minute. That's it, but even that's a little small. It fits, but man, I'll tell you what, don't push it too hard. It'll go right down the drain. I've never seen anything like it. Well, let's see if it holds water. Yeah, looks like it holds water. Good deal. I don't see, right now, I don't see any draining down. Alright, that's one problem out of the way. Next thing we're going to do, okay, let's pull this out, because I've got something I want to try. Why is it not going down? Oh, there it goes, it's going. See, that drains on the outside of the hull. Obviously, duh. Anybody who knows boats knows that's how that works. So. Okay, so next thing. There's still at least a lot of water in here. This is very old sink. Been around for a lot of years. Okay, next thing. This has not been working. And I don't have any water in the tank down here, so I'm going to put a little bit of water in my tank. It's nothing but a gas can that I've got specifically hitched up for this unit. Let me get some water in there, and I want to do a little test. Hey guys, so here's what's going on. I am not messing around with this stupid faucet anymore. You know what? I'm going to have time when I'm all by myself out on the boat when we get this thing in the water. That'll wait till later. Right now, I'm going to go with my brother. We're going to be going down to Cotuit Harbor. We're going to go take a look at the mooring that I'm going to be on. Also talk to the girl that runs the the water taxi down there. It gets people out to the boats and so forth. And I want to talk to, my brother knows her personally because they taught together when he was a teacher. And anyway, we're going to get some scoop on whether or not, how this is all going to work out, because once I get done at that mooring, the moorings are going to be freeing up left and right, and there may just be vacant moorings out there that I can get on after that, after I'm done with the rental. So, all right, we're going to get down to Town Dock and take a look. A mess in here, but I am slowly but surely getting things organized, getting things where they need to go. For instance, down here, I got one lantern. My other lantern is going to go down there until nighttime, but I got another lantern. Got some batteries down here. I got cooking, the butane containers right here underneath the butane stove. You don't want to travel with those in place. I'm going to put this back up. I took it down from right there way back when, up on that the post there. And but I have stuff to go with, you know, now that we're going to be sailing. I've got some hand towels and stuff that are going to go up there. So little by little, we're getting there. Okay, I need to get my solar panel out. We're way down. Okay, let me get back to work here. Slowly but surely, this is coming together. It looks like crap for the moment, but we'll get it. So, one of the little projects that was on my list is to wax the hull. And that came about as a result of watching Wildlings Sailing. It's a wonderful little YouTube channel. Really been enjoying these guys. It's a neat couple. He's from England, she's from China, I believe. And one of the things they did, they just traveled all the way down through the French canal system, all the way down to the Mediterranean. And now that they're there, they pulled out for a while, pulled out of the water and got to work on their boat. And one of the things they did was to wax the hull. Can't believe the difference. It came out really great. So let me turn this around. I'm going to show you that kind of what we're working with here. And boy, it's making a difference, just like it did on their hull. I'm not going to paint this year. That would be for another year. But for right now, I'm really happy with what is coming up with a little bit of wax on it. So let me turn this around. Okay, man, I'll tell you what. I'm impressed. I never thought I'd see it looking this good. Now I'll show you over on the other side. This is starboard, obviously. Let me just show you. And like I said, I did the back already, did the stern around the little girl, and it's real nice and shiny. Let me go over on here, and I want to show you the difference. Okay. Now it's a little bit of a glare, but look at that. That's what it looks like without going through. By the way, that is both a cleaner and a wax. Man, what a difference, you know, from that to that, or from that to that. Yeah, I can do that all day long. Now we have to go through this marvelous legal formality of putting the boat sticker on that registers to us to the Environmental Police of Massachusetts. We are now legal through 2021. Whatever. I would rather not put that on my hull, but what choice do I have? This is what was left on the boat as a hinge pin for the mast. You know, have it pivots up on it. And the threading on it was so far gone from having been shoved through that opening many times that a bolt, you know, or a nut wouldn't really fit on it. So what I did was to drill a hole, and I had to use oil and just keep drilling and use more. I just kept oiling the hole all the way through so that my drill bits wouldn't go crazy and dull up. But I got it, and I also, my brother gave me these some time ago. This is perfect. It's just exactly the right size. This will go right through, and let's go over and put it on the mast and get it all set up for the morning we put the mast up. Okay, let's go with this. See if I can do this all in one move here. There we go. And turn it just a little bit. And then I love these rings because they're set up for this. Let's see, you got to go in on this side. Just go on through, and you're locked in. Beautiful. That's all set. Forget putting a nut on it. Don't need a nut. Just put the cotter ring on it, and we're good to go. So let's just leave that right there for the launch morning. For bringing my mainsail aboard, she's ready to go. All day I have been non-stop, man. And she's looking sweet. Ray, yeah. Ryan is coming over. He's right now helping another guy over in Bass River with his mast, and as soon as he's done there, he's going to give me a call and come over and help me with my mast. But in the meantime, just take a look around, because I mean, you know, little girl hadn't been in this kind of shape in a long time. But that's because we've shifted entirely to sail mode instead of fix-it-up mode, you know, repair mode, restoration mode. Anyway, she's in great shape. And let's just step below here. Yeah, I moved all the food stuff down to right here. There you go, right underneath the stove up here. All the food stuffs are there, some batteries, plates, stuff like right there. My extra lantern over there. This tank is full, but right now I'm going to wait till I get out on the mooring before I tackle tearing into this baby to see if I can get this running. I have a feeling that the washers inside of it, they give you the compression. I have a feeling they're shot. But in the meantime, I've got 3 gallons of water over underneath this bunk. Right, Randy, wake up, quarter berth. I have 3 gallons of water underneath here, and another gallon over under here, and you know, all the supplies, all my cooking supplies are in underneath this compartment here. That's my ice chest, which I've still got to figure out what I'm going to do with. And last but not least, underneath here is a bucket for various things. And I do have my my jib aboard and a sail cover. It's my brother's old sail cover. It won't cover all of my sail, but it'll get most of it. And the only thing I've got left to do is get the mainsail out here tonight, and I think we're good to go. My wife gave me this a long time ago. Bless her heart. I love that woman. The original little girl. And this is what it says. Salty but sweet. Thank you, babe. I love you. No, that's why you get married. Have a sweetheart. Well, guys, this is pretty much of a wrap-up. Ryan's not here yet, but I'm going to do that maybe as a separate segment on the end of this. In the meantime, after 3 years, 8 months of non-stop work on little girl, she's ready to go. And next time I do a video, it'll be probably early on Monday morning, maybe the night before, because we're going to be getting in from Vermont on Sunday evening on the 20th. And I've got a few things that I'm going to do then to, just for the engine. I'm going to fill up the gas tank. I'm not messing with it until I have to do that, you know. So I'm going to fill up the gas tank, get the oil mix right, get that all ready to go. And then when that's done, basically she's ready. And the next morning, they come and pick me up at 8 o'clock, and we're in by about 8:30. So it's been a long haul, but I'll tell you what, it's gratifying to see where she is right now and what kind of shape she's in. This is a far cry from how she looked and the condition that she was in when I picked her up at Little Bay Boat Works, and Art Olive met me there, and we went out through the out into the yard, and I literally walked right past her. I'm embarrassed because I was thinking it was going to be a bigger boat, you know. And then when I got up in here and opened the hatch and looked into the cabin, I said, "Oh my goodness, it's kind of a small cabin." You know something? Hey, what I did was not think about that and just max her out. You know, did all the woodwork, all the stuff to get her so that she's nice, and put a lot of effort into her. And I love her, and it's been a lot of fun for 3.5 years, going on 3 years 9 months. So. All right, guys, I'm going to let this be a wrap. God bless. Have a good evening, and man, looking forward to it. We'll see you on the night of the 20th, and get things onto their final track before she gets launched the following morning. Have a good night. Well, good morning, guys. Just coming up on 6 o'clock. I did my wrap-up for this whole video last night, but I just want to say I'm back aboard Little Girl. Couldn't resist. She's ready to go. And I'm going to, as soon as daylight comes, I'm going to do just a brief look around the cabin and kind of show you how she looks now that she's all set up for the water. Yeah. 3 years and 9 months, or 3 years and 8 months, just, it's taken a lot of work. But, boy, it's, like I said in the other videos, it's just gratifying.